As the longest-running sitcom in TV history, The Simpsons have been strangely predicting future events with accuracy since the year 1989. But the show seemingly has a dark secret: it has foreseen some of the most significant moments in history before they've happened. Many individuals have claimed that The Simpsons show is being controlled by the so-called Illuminati and is being used as a tool to baffle the public. The Simpsons have shown impressive ability to predict the future. We have witnessed horrifying events that have come true and that without doubt have passed into history. Some people may argue that The Simpsons show has been running for over 28 years, so it's inevitable that some themes that crop up in the show might occur in real life, but some of the plot lines are eerily close to events that have happened throughout the world. According to some Simpson episodes, the following predictions were successfully revealed. Donald Trump becomes President of the United States. 17 years ago, an episode of The Simpsons predicted that Donald Trump would one day become U.S. President. As we all know, the President-elect Donald Trump won the election in 2016 and became the President of the United States, but the animated series The Simpsons told us he would become President 17 years ago. The popular show predicted the tycoon would become leader of the free world in 2000. The bizarre premise was outlined in an episode, entitled Bar to the Future, broadcast in early 2000. According to the creator of the show, Matt Groening, stated the following: "We predicted that he would be president back in 2000, but Trump was of course the most absurd placeholder joke name that we could think of at the time, and that's still true. It's beyond satire." Infamous Trump escalator ride. Another successful prediction from The Simpsons show was an image that was almost spot on, showing the President-elect Donald Trump riding down an escalator. While the above displayed image touches on a wide variety of Simpsons-related conspiracy theories, the main issue was highlighted with a photograph, one that not only documented that The Simpsons had depicted Donald Trump running for president back in 2000, but that they did so by showing him in a setting and pose, riding an escalator while waving to supporters and onlookers, identical to one he would assume 15 years later. This is something very amazing, as it is almost scary as to how close this image looks to the real deal. Electoral map prediction. To add to the other successful Trump predictions, The Simpsons even predicted an image very similar to the final results of the electoral map. Although this image was not originally intended for the Trump election, it is still very spot on. This screenshot of Mr. Burns and a dog kneeling in front of an electoral map is real, but it has little to do with Donald Trump. It was taken from a 2012 clip in which the greedy billionaire of Springfield endorsed Republican candidate Mitt Romney. However, if you compare the two images, they are very similar in comparison. 9/11 attacks. In a very spine-chilling image that spells out 9/11, The Simpsons seem to have also predicted this catastrophic event as well. In a 1997 episode of The Simpsons, The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson, Lisa Simpson presents a $9 magazine entitled New York. In this image you can see the number 9 with two buildings representing a silhouette of the World Trade Center that represent the number 11. Conspiracy theorists have suggested that the magazine's peculiar design could have been a deliberate allusion to the 9/11 attacks that would take place 4 years later. In the same scene, Bart Simpson holds up a stack of money in front of the magazine. Some have speculated that these dollar bills also encode unusual twin pillar symbolism. Images like these are the reason many individuals are claiming that The Simpsons show is totally the Illuminati society and they caused 9/11, making it an inside job. Others have even drawn comparisons between the design of Bart's dollar bills and the design of a Masonic tracing board. The death of Prince. In an episode broadcasted 9 years ago, The Simpsons have predicted the death of superstar singer Prince. In the Treehouse of Horror's episode first aired in 2008, a short story titled How to Get Ahead in Advertising features a segment where Homer Simpson kills Prince backstage at one of his concerts. Homer is approached by secretive agents who hire the buffoonish character to become a celebrity assassin. According to the episode, an agent offers Homer money to become a celebrity killer and secretly murder Prince. The clip then cuts into a montage of Homer carrying out his killing spree, starting with Prince. Prince is on stage in his purple outfit and personal guitar, and his former symbol hangs up in the background. The singer then walks off stage and takes a seat before Homer enters the room, picks up the guitar and stabs him to death with it. The footage has re-emerged on YouTube following the 57-year-old's death. It comes as some conspiracy theorists claim Prince may have known too much as he spoke openly about the phenomenon of chemtrails and sang about Osama bin Laden attacking New York City in 1998, 3 years before September 11th. The iconic singer's body was found in a lift in his Paisley Park estate in Minnesota. Till this day there is still a luring mystery surrounded on how the Purple Rain star exactly died, with rumors suggesting he was suffering from flu and may have been diagnosed with AIDS and also could have been a setup. Ebola outbreak. Some people maintain that The Simpsons predicted the 2014 outbreak of Ebola 17 years before it actually happened. In a scene from the episode Lisa Sacks, Marge suggests a sick Bart read a book titled Curious George and the Ebola virus. The virus wasn't particularly widespread in the 1990s, but years later it was the top of the news agenda. In August 2014, the Ministry of Health in Dr. Congo notifies the World Health Organization of an Ebola outbreak in the country. In an episode first aired in 1997, young Bart is in bed suffering from a fever when Marge suggests he reads a book called Curious George and the Ebola virus. Ebola. Before the epidemic last year, not many people knew of the Ebola virus or really gave it much thought, yet we were all introduced to it, briefly, when Marge tries to get a sick Bart to read none other than Curious George and the Ebola virus. Coincidence? We think not. Faulty voting machines. During the 2012 elections, a voting machine proved faulty when votes cast for Barack Obama went to Mitt Romney instead. In a 2008 episode, Homer Simpson went to the voting booths to cast a vote for Obama, but his vote went to McCain instead. Their 2008 gag about rigged voting machines which counted votes for the Republican Party even when citizens chose Obama seemed spookily dead on when several people complained about the exact same problem in the 2012 election. Being the upstanding citizen that he is, Homer goes to vote in the presidential election and uses an electronic voting machine for the first time. Yet when he tries to vote for Obama, the machine malfunctions and selects McCain instead. Sounds eerily familiar to the voting scandal that happened in 2012. In 2008, The Simpsons showed Homer trying to vote for Barack Obama in the U.S. general election, but a faulty machine changed his vote. 4 years later, a voting machine in Pennsylvania had to be removed after it kept changing people's votes for Barack Obama to ones for his Republican rival Mitt Romney. Let's wait and see what else The Simpsons reveal for the future.